Alright, hi you guys. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a little different. Today's video is a little book talk or however you want to call it. But I think in one of my previous videos I talked about my last craft fair and how I did blind date with a book. And that was very successful, and I wanted to continue on that trend. So what I have been doing is collecting books, and this little cart back here, I don't know if you can see it, I'll show it to you guys, but it's kind of been like my book haul that I've been collecting, and I've been getting some books from Amazon, Target, and this other place called Book Outlet. So today I'm just going to show you some of the books that I've collected, and I'm probably going to be wrapping up some books, probably not today, but just going through with some of the book collections that I have, some of the most popular books. I see a lot of these books on TikTok and they're very popular. These authors are very popular. Right now I'm in the middle of Onyx Storm. I finished up with Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I did the audio version of those books because I don't have a lot of time to read, like, I don't know, 700-page books. So I decided to do the audiobooks, which is great if you ever do an audiobook. If you can do the graphic audio, I borrow the books from my library through using the Libby app, which the Libby app, if you have a Kindle, you can well, you can't like transfer the audio books, but you can transfer like a physical book onto your Kindle to read if you borrow from the library. Or there's another app called Hoopla. They both work through your library, only ebooks, not audiobooks, but it's great because I was still able to listen to the audiobooks on my phone or using my Amazon Fire, because those apps you can download onto your Kindle Fire if you have a Kindle Fire or something like that. So it was absolutely great to listen to these books using audio. So that's how I got through them so fast. If you're never like had any or listened to or read any fantasy books, I think those are great books to kind of like get you started into the fantasy era books. I personally think it's really great. Onyx Storm, it's kind of slower in the beginning. I kind of see why some people may have struggled with that, but yeah, so far it's a pretty good book. I am enjoying it. I think it's a good series, but I'm also like in the middle of like reading a book as well by Abby Jimenez. She's another very popular author. I think I might have some of her books over here as well, but enough of that. Let's get to showing off books. Now these books here is a haul from Target. Target had a buy one get one 50% off, so that was a great deal because these books cost me somewhere around $6 and $7 when they're mostly more like $14. I'm sorry, I don't know if you can hear that noise. I hope you can hear that noise because I can hear it. I don't know, I'm at home and my husband's doing something. I have no idea what that man is doing. He's always tinkering with something. But anywho, back to what we're here for. So the first book that I picked up is by Rebecca Yarros, because she's the lady who wrote all the Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. And this is The Things We Leave Unfinished. It's of course, a romance. They have that little sticker here as seen on TikTok. So it's about a woman starting over after getting through a divorce, and she moved back to her grandparents' house, and she's let's see, meets up with this famous author and all these things. So I read it, looked into it. It sounds really good, and I think someone will enjoy that. It's more of a contemporary romance, so I think people would enjoy that one. Also, this is another author, and I hear this book is really good. Penelope Douglas Credence. I've heard a lot of great things about this book. I hear that it's a little spicy. It says contemporary romance, but I think it's a little spicy. So I can't pronounce this character's name. Trina De Hayes doesn't care about anything anymore. The only child of a film producer and movie star wife, she grows up with wealth and privilege, but never love or guidance. And when her parents suddenly pass away, she knows she has to be devastated. Her father's stepbrother assumes guardianship of her, so she moves to the mountains of Colorado with his two sons, and I think some things happen. She slowly finds her place among them, but lines are blurred and rules become easy to break when no one is watching. They each want her, but only one of them is going to keep her. Ooh, so that sounds interesting. Okay, put that aside. And another great book that I've been hearing about is this author, Abby Jimenez. I think that's how you pronounce her name. It's called Just for the Summer. She's another very popular author on TikTok in her books, and it also has a sticker as a Good Morning America book club. So that's cool. And I think this is like a 4-star read. 4 dates, a kiss, and a breakup. That's all it would take to find their soulmate. When it comes to love, Emmy is cursed. Every guy she dates finds his true love after they break up. So I think the gist of this story is like her and this guy, they meet. They both have this issue when they are dating somebody, they break up with that person, then that person goes on to marry like their love or the person that they should be with. So her and this guy decide to date to break the curse that they both have of not meeting their soulmates or anything like that. So it sounds fun. It sounds hilarious. We'll see where they end up at, but hopefully someone will enjoy this book. This is another book. Like I said, none of these books I'm keeping. These are all my books for my blind date with a book at my craft fairs or on my Etsy shop, which I'm going to get these up on my Etsy shop as soon as I can. I promise. It's just, it's hard when you're working a 9 to 5, to get things done. This is another book called Love Unwritten, and I think it's, I don't know if this is like book 2 or book 1 of a series. I'm not really sure, but it's pretty thick. I mean, this book is really thick. It's called Love Unwritten, and it's a part of a series called Lakefront Billionaires. So I don't know if this is like part of a series or not. I'm not sure, but Ellen Sinclair is a hopeless romantic who writes love songs. A struggling workaholics inspire 100 breakup hours. On paper, we have nothing in common except for my son. For 8 months, I avoided her until our summer trip, 14 days, 2 islands, and 1 nanny I shouldn't be attracted to. Spending time with Ellen is unexpected, but enjoying her company, that isn't part of our travel plans. Okay. What's worse than working with a grumpy single dad, admitting that I once had a secret crush on him in high school? So these two, I guess, knew each other from high school, and now they're like getting to hang out together on like maybe a business trip, but it sounds interesting, but I'm not sure if this is like part of a series or it's just like a standalone series, but this is another book here that I have. It's a part of that. And another Penelope Douglas is called Birthday Girl. I hear this is very, very spicy. And True Love comes from the most forbidden place in this TikTok smash hit from New York bestselling author. Jordan and her boyfriend has nowhere else to go when her boyfriend's dad, Pike, offers to let them move in with him. Working a dead-end job with her relationship on the rocks, she reluctantly accepts, expecting to help out around the house in exchange. What she doesn't anticipate is for her heart to race every time Pike pulls into the driveway, or for her cheeks to burn when the eyes meet. So it sounds like that she kind of has a thing for his dad. So that's a little spicy. I think a little age gap thing happening there. So yeah, let's see. Dear reader, this book deals with emotionally difficult topics, including power and balance and misogyny language. Anyone who believes such content may accept them. Encourage to consider the well-being when choosing whether to continue to read. So, I think a lot of books are coming with like I hate using the word, but I guess, trigger warnings to kind of let people know what the book is about, kind of giving you an idea of, so you can know if there's something that you want to continue to read. Is it something that you will find upsetting or not upsetting? I mean, in actual, I think that's a good thing that they do that with their books, so that, if it's not a topic that people want to read about, that they don't have to continue to read it. So I think in essence, that's a really good thing for them to do that. Also, this is like one of the books that I've already had wrapped up. So this is kind of like the idea of how I wrap up my books, and I kind of give like a synopsis of, this says young adult literature. It's a rom-com, so that any of my craft fairs that I'm selling these books, that people kind of have an idea like, oh, okay, is it safe for my teenager, or is it something I want to read? So I'll give like a little synopsis. It's rom-com, love triangle, fake dating, young adult, so they know that this was pretty safe for their, high schooler or teenager. So nothing too crazy is happening here. I have like a little bookmark in there, and there's some other things that I put as a part of the package for people. So just so they can have an idea. I don't know. This is some of the other things that I have on my bookshelf. This is another book that I hear that's pretty good for young adults. So I do have a lot of young adult reading, just because I know a lot of the craft fairs that I do, some of them are in high schools. So I kind of want to cater to the people that's there. So I'm definitely, when I wrap up the books to sell at the craft fairs, I want to be cognizant of what I'm taking with me, so that I know that if someone goes, oh, okay, is this okay for my teenager? And I have had people ask me, oh, do you have something spicy or anything like that? And I will carry or take some of those books with me as well, because I know that, there are some women who come there and want a little something spicy. So I do have that. This is, let me see, this is another book that's been pretty popular, and I write down on here so that I can know, like when I wrap it up, kind of give a synopsis, The 7-Year Slip. Hey, this is a very good book. It's a 4-star read. It's a rom-com. It's about lost love. You got a little time traveling here. So that is another good book here. So let's see. Let's pull out something spicy here. Let's see. Where's the spicy? Where are my spicy books? Quite sure I have some down here. This is one that's pretty doggone spicy. Her Soul to Take. This is a part of a trilogy. So it's a dark romance, and it's pretty doggone spicy. So I haven't read it yet myself, but from the synopsis that I read, it's pretty doggone spicy for this book. So yeah, I want to make sure that who's ever reading this book, they can handle the spice. So make sure that, just so people will know. I don't know if this one in here has like any trigger warnings in here. Let's see. I don't know. Okay. Whatever you've been reading a while now, I can't thank you enough. Let's see. The Soul Trilogy got started in 2021 when I self-published my first one. Since his initial release, The Soul Trilogy has been truly life-changing, introduced me to amazing readers and creators around the world. It helped me bring it together. Let's see. Enjoy the read, spicy and romantic, spooky, and thrilling. Okay, so that kind of gives you some idea. Inspired by stunning natural beauty of Washington, The Soul Trilogy follows the 3 fierce women and the demons who love them as they fight to survive in a small town full of monsters, magic, and mystery. This adult paranormal romance are extra spicy, with a diverse cast of queer characters and themes that are sex and kink positive. They are standalones but interconnected, each following a couple as they arrive at the dark mystery of their town's past. So they can be standalones, and it lets you know that these are very spicy books. So, so it gives you a synopsis of letting you know if this is not something you want to read, don't read it. So, for sure, it's very spicy. So, and I have some other more contemporary authors. So this here was also a book that was turned into a movie. I love the movie. It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I know there's some controversy surrounding by the two actors who started in this movie, but it was a good movie, so I figured someone might want to read the book as well. So it's, of course, deals with difficult topics such as, abuse and relationships and things like that. So some of these topics, maybe a little bit for some people, but I definitely, like I said, want to write the warnings on these books when I do wrap them up so people can get an idea of what these books are about. Now, you're talking about spicy. Now, this here is one hell of a spicy book. This book here. Woo, child. You're talking about spicy. This book is spicy. My goodness. I did the audio version of this book and I loved it. That was like really the first time I had did an audiobook in a long time. Oh my. It was it was spicy, but it was also really funny. I thought this book was hilarious. The actors in here, the voice actors did a great job. It was the guy that's in this book, he used like a modulator to change his voice, and I just thought it was just absolutely hilarious. It was it was wonderful. So this book was great. I absolutely loved it, and it does have trigger warnings in the beginning, so check your trigger warnings. I guess some trigger warnings for people. Lights Out is a dark stalker rom-com with heavy themes. Reader discretion advised that this book contains sexually explicit discussion and scenes, alcohol consumptions, mentions of rape, child abuse, medical content, blood, death of a parent, mention of serial killers and crimes. It has a lot of things, but a lot of the stuff that it's talking about it's very limited. So it's not like it's out throughout the whole book. Hacking is one of them because the main character, he is a hacker. I guess I can tell you that much. So breath play, knife play, gun play, those are just some of the things in there. I personally, the sex to me was the most explicit thing about that book. All the other things that they're talking about was kind of like mentioned. There wasn't like a huge part of the book. So, like I said, read at your discretion. We're all adults here. We know what we can and cannot handle. Also, with that, I have an order from my favorite place. It's called Book Outlet. Now, this is where I order my books from to sell at the craft fairs. Because a lot of people are like, oh, geez, books and how you're able to afford to do that. These, for Book Outlet, it's a overstock place. So they get their books from, I believe, like maybe Target or some warehouses where books were overstocked. And they just had too many of them. So let's just see what we got here, okay? And I think they're based in Canada, maybe? I don't know. I'm not for sure. I just know this order actually got here pretty quickly. Today is Wednesday. What is today's date? I don't even know. Oh, today's the 19th. February 19th. I was supposed to actually get this order Thursday. So it came in on the 18th. So it came in 2 days early, which is pretty cool. And now they're wrapping their boxes in this plastic because I guess there have been some issues with like the boxes being damaged, which I'm not surprised because, they're coming through the U.S. Post Office and we all know how they handle things. So I don't have to tell you about that. So let's see if I can get this opened. I don't want to accidentally cut any of my books, so Be careful with this little box cutter here. Okay. And I don't want to break a nail. So I have like little pull tabs on here to get this box open. I don't even remember when I ordered because they had a $5.99 sale, but their books are pretty reasonable. I think they have a lot of books for $5.99, or their hardcovers might be, I think, $7.99. So when they have the $5.99 sale, that means the hardcover and paperback are on sale. So, see what we got, guys. So let's go through here and just pull them out one by one. Let's see what we got here. Better Hate Than Never. Okay, so we have like I don't know what these marks are. Sometimes they put like a mark under the bottom of their books. I don't know what that's for, but not sure. But this is called Better Hate Than Never. So the book is in really good condition. It's not a really long book, so someone will definitely for sure enjoy that. Let's see. Catherine and Christopher share backyards as kids, but as adults they won't even share the same hemisphere. That is, until Kate makes a rare visit home and their fury animosity rekindles in a raging inferno. Okay, so it was friends who grew apart and now they have no choice but to kind of like hang out with each other. So enemies, lovers, maybe? So that sounds good. So I think someone will enjoy that one. Let's see what else we have here. We have another very popular author on TikTok, and her name is Elsie Silver. And this is called Flawless, which is a part of a series. He is a bull rider. So the rules were simple. Keep his hands off his agent's daughter and stay out of trouble. But now he's stuck with her. There's only one bid, and well, rules are made to be broken. So, sounds pretty good. And she's a best-selling author, Elsie Silver. She has a lot of popular books. So I don't know like if there's certain orders you have to read these books in, or if they are just standalones. Because there are quite a few, but I figured that was very popular. That people will like that one. What else do we have here? Let's see. There's no markings on here, which is another popular book, Binding 13. I think there's like 4 books, but you read this one first, Binding 13, and Keeping 13 is the other book. So, it's okay. It's a little bit of a bend here. I don't know if you can see that, but I guess you can lay another book on top of it. And it says young adult fiction, but I hear this book is really spicy, so I don't know how young adult this would be, but I hear it is for young adults, but I'm not sure. It says Binding 13 is the first installment of the Boys of Tommen series and the first book for Johnny and Shannon. Some scenes in this book may be upsetting, therefore reader discretion is advised because of its sexual content, violence, mature themes, triggers, and bad language. Is suited for readers age 16 plus. It is based in the south of Ireland, set during the time frame of 2005, and contains Irish dialogue and slang. Okay, a detailed gloss can be found at the beginning of the book. Thank you. So, yeah, that's what I hear, that it's kind of, spicy or whatever. So, and it's cute. They have like a glossary in the beginning of this book kind of explaining some of the slang that's used in Ireland. Huh. So, that's interesting. So, like I said, I heard there's a lot of popularity with these books, so I decided to pick it up. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna read it myself. I'm not sure, but maybe I'll give it a try. Let's see what else we got here. This is another book called Take My Hand. I had seen this on there a couple of times. I think this is kind of more of a, I guess this is like a non-fiction, but fiction, a shearing and compassionate novel about a young black nurse, shocking discovery and burning quest for justice in post-segregation Alabama. Okay, fresh out of nursing school, um, Civil Townsman intends to make a difference, especially in her African American community. Okay, but her first week on the job takes her along a dusty country road to a worn down one room cabin. Sorry, Silver is shocked to learn that her new patients, Eric and Indy, are children just 11 and 13 years old. None of the other women have been kissed a boy, but they're poor and black for their handling of the family's welfare benefits. So I think it's I mean, I read what it was about. It seemed really good. So I think they're kind of like using young black children and doing like experiments on them in the hospital. So sounded very interesting. So I was like, huh. I think some people would like to read books about, true to life stories and things like that, and maybe not so much spice, but something, it's a little bit more interesting to other people. Let's see. This is another book, Pretty Reckless, LG Sheng, whatever her name is. It's a romance book. So pretty good condition. A lot of their books from Book Outlet come in really good condition. So I'm really shocked by that, honestly. I mean, I had ordered from them before. Like a lot of these books that I do have here, I ordered from them. When I did my first blind date with a book at my craft fair, I got some books from, I want to say, I got the books from Barnes and Noble and from Half Price Books. So that's where I got some of my books from. Okay, guys. So this is called Pretty Reckless. So another kind of friends who are like meet up. My camera is actually blinking at me right now. So what I'm going to do is change my camera battery and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I had to change my battery. My battery was like blinking, like, okay, I'm about to die and you're in the middle of recording. So anyway, I left off on this book, Pretty Reckless. As you can see, there's a sticker there. So it came from Target and it was an overstock. So it's not too bad. I mean, it's a little kind of like bent up there in the corner, but for the most part, it's in pretty good condition. Let's see. So a lot of the books are just, like romance or things like that. I got a lot of romance books because, I think that's what people are into these days. This is 2 novels in one, Crave and Torn. I read the synopsis. It's like, oh, okay, sounds pretty good. Never heard of this author before, Monica Murphy. I mean, a lot of these authors I've never heard of before. Because growing up, when I was reading books a lot, I used to read a lot of V.C. Andrews. And also read Jackie Collins. Probably should have not been reading that in high school because half the stuff I didn't even know what they were talking about. I was so naive. But anywho, so this here says the billionaire bachelor Archer is hot as sin and always gets what he wants. But what he wants is Ivory Emerson, his best friend's sister, and the one person he shouldn't crave. But Ivy is the only thing Archer wants. They're also the $1,000,000 bet with his friend to be the last bachelor standing. Ivy knows Archer's nothing but trouble. His interfering arrogance and completely intoxicating. But everything changed when the stolen cliffs lead to a night neither could forget. Ooh. Okay, so sounds interesting. So you got Crave and Torn, which they says is 2 novels in one. So that's pretty cool. So quite sure someone will enjoy that. Also, let's see what else we got here. We have Unsteady. And I believe this is a hockey romance and ice skater, which it's so funny to me that hockey romances and like sports romances are becoming this huge thing that people tend to seem to love this a lot now all of a sudden. That's becoming a thing between the hockey romance and like this says sports, either it's like hockey or bull riding or basketball. It's just funny to me that that's now a thing with sports romance. But it says Unsteady. It's let's see, Rays is back at least in support. Supposed to be doing last year's Frozen 4. The hockey captain took a brutal hit and left him with a concussion and a new discomfort on the ice, plagued by nightmares and panic attacks every time he attempts to skate. Ray's wondering if he'll ever play again or if he ever want to. Sadie is staying focused this semester no matter what, currently drowning in debt, constantly hearing from her younger brothers and skating practice. She's just trying to make it to the next day. A Spitfire figure skater known for her bad attitude and frequent disappearing acts. Sadie has a reputation in camp, and it's not a pretty one. So it seems like a hockey player and a figure skater gets together maybe, and it becomes Unsteady. We'll see what happens after that. So seems pretty doggone interesting. So yeah, that's another one. I think I altogether got like maybe 13 books. And what's this? How to Survive Your Murder. So this is probably a thriller. It's another Target. Like I said, they get a lot of their books and it's overstock from Target, whatever. Oh, this has like a little raise to it. You can see that. It's really cute. Like little ears or whatever. That's really cute. So, Rule 1, never go into the corn maze alone. Rule 2, nothing good happens on Halloween. Rule 3, never be distracted by a hot bad boy. Rule 4, don't die this time. Ooh, okay. So, this sounds really intriguing. And a lot of the books that I wanted to get were, I didn't want them to be part of like a trilogy or I just wanted like a lot of standalone books, and it seems like lately it's hard to find standalone books. Okay, and it does have like that little ink marking up there at the top. I don't know why they do that or what that indicates, but other than that, the book is in good condition, so I don't know why they do that. And this here is another book that I thought was kind of interesting, more of a thought-provoking book. We Are Not Like Them. It's about two best friends, and they've been friends since kindergarten, but it's dealing with some issues of race. Jen and Riley have both been best friends since kindergarten. As adults, they remain close as sisters, but the deep bond they share is severely tested, with Jen's husband, a police officer, involved in the shooting of an unarmed black teenager. So you kind of see where that goes from there. And yeah, I thought that was interesting. Even if I don't put this a part of my blind date with a book, I will probably read it for myself. And it's also a Good Morning America book club pick. So I thought that was very interesting. Like I said, there's some people who just want to read something that's a little bit more thought-provoking, something that's not spicy, something that's not romance. So I figured that, and this is like real life. People from different backgrounds do have these discussions. They're hard discussions to have, but they're definitely a necessary discussion to have. So I thought that this was a really good book for some people who want to do the blind date with a book, but are not interested in anything spicy or anything like that. So I thought that would be really interesting as well. And I think I have a few more and we'll be done here. So this one is called The New Boy. Can anyone resist him? Okay. So I kept like popping up in my cart. So I'm like, okay. New boy Jack is clever, handsome, and popular. At first, Zoe is immune to his charms, but she soon falls under his spell as their romance grows. Disturbingly, events arise, and Zoe doesn't know who or what to believe until she discovers a secret so shocking it will leave her fighting for her life. Ooh, so that sounds good. So it sounds like a mystery. So I'm like, ooh, okay. That'll be a quick little read for someone. So I don't really see. I don't think a lot of these books are like maybe older books, so I don't know that there's trigger warnings or anything like that in there, which I don't know that it needs to be in every single book. Okay, what else we have here? This is Ali Hazelwood. She is another author that is very popular. She's very popular on TikTok. This book here is Loath to Love You. Um, what is this about? Maria, Sadie, and Hannah are friends. First, scientists always. Though their fields of study might take them to different corners of the world, they can all agree on the universe truth. When it comes to love and science, opposite attracts and rivals make you burn. So it sounds like a cute little book. Here under one roof, environmental engineers discover the science should never cohabitate when she finds herself stuck with a roommate from hell, a detestable big oral lawyer who won't leave the thermostat alone. Stuck with You, a civil engineer and her nemesis take their rivalry and love to the next level when they get stuck in a New York elevator below zero. A NASA aerospace engineer frozen heart melts as she lies injured and stranded in a remote Arctic research station, and the only person willing to undergo the dangerous mission is her longtime rival. So I think this is like a set of novellas, maybe. I think maybe, or like intertwined all in one. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just like different stories and they're all intertwined, but seems pretty good and pretty good condition. Like I said, they have like that little mark that they put on there. Don't know why, but let's see. This is the last and final book. And it's called Torn. Oh, I don't see any markings on here. It's a pretty healthy sized book. A captivating journey or forbidden romance. When I was 5 years old, I told Torin Grace we were going to get married someday. He's been my close friend and my protector and my rock since the day I was born. But during my senior year, our relationship slowly changed. Silly conversations morphed into serious, heart-to-hearts. Innocent friendships turned into stolen glances, and then one day, unexpected kiss changed everything. Okay, so Torn. So seems like a pretty good book. So let's see what we got here. Oh, let's see. Oh, really no trigger warnings or anything like that in here. Seems like a simple, pretty decent little romance here. So that was 13 books that I picked up from Book Outlet, like I said, which is a really great place to pick up books, even if you're not doing your blind dates with a book, or if you just want to pick up a book for yourself. That is a great place to get your books from. They're in really good condition. I didn't see a lot of anything wrong with the books. Maybe a little bent corner here and there, which can easily be, straightened out or fixed or something like that. So nothing huge. But this here, if I stand up, you can see, like, oh, and you can also see my great sweater that, sorry, can't reading by. But this here is like all of my stack of books. So let me just take you over there so you can kind of just like check it out and see what I got here. I don't know that you can see this. Bring my camera in, maybe you guys can kind of get an idea. But this here is just like a stack of some of the books that I need to wrap up for my blind dates with a book. So I will eventually be doing that, getting these books wrapped up and stuff like that. So Another popular author I did have here is Freida McFadden. She's pretty popular. Either you like her or you don't. It's kind of like the vibe I'm getting from some people with her books. So, anywho, alrighty, guys. So, that is where we're at, and that's where I'm going to leave you at today. I am going to get busy getting some more stuff together. I have some more book sleeves that I want to make and sew, along with some bookmarks and some other things, but we will get back to that in a later video. I just wanted to come on here and show you some of the books that I pick up for my blind date with a book. I will put my Etsy page down at the bottom of this video, so once I have these books or any other books up there that you might be interested in, they will be up on my website, and you can go there and purchase that and help your girlfriend out, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for watching another episode here at Crafty Chic Design, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.